Hi everyone, and welcome to Rialto. And it looks like red team is going to start off with double shield and a torb turret on payload. This Waffle's in position to get some boops. And we have Pharah Mercy with Lucio and McCree. This is a pretty solid starting defensive composition, but if you know that they're going to run this, I would have swapped the Pharah for a Doomfist. I think that that is the one thing that can help you out the most in this situation. So let's play this and see what is happening here. Yeah, I think for you, it's target priority. You did kill the Ashe, which is awesome, but if we go back just a little bit here. Yeah, you killed the Ashe, so I would go right after that Baptiste and then the Zen. That's what I would do first, because you do have a little bit of front line, just a little bit left with Waffle and Deadstock, who can deal with the Orisa along with your Lucio. But since you're working as a team with Reddit, just go after the Baptiste first, and then go after the Zen second, and then you can help with the cleanup later. But you kill the supports first after you get rid of the Ashe, which is your biggest threat, so that was good. But since you took her down, then I'd go with Baptiste and then Zen and then clean up later. Okay, you did go back behind here. Maybe you were trying to pick up your Mercy again, but you did end up leaving her behind. So always be mindful of where your Mercy is, and if your Mercy make a call out and say that I can't reach you, Pharah, come back to me. Now I'd say Rein Zarya is okay here. It's not a bad choice. I think it's pretty solid, but it does help to have, I would say, more upfront damage, especially with this group composition, because you have two shields to break, and then on top of that, you are dealing with a lot of damage coming in from these two. So I would suggest at this point, since they're starting to roll through, I'd say Doomfist and Mei. So if Deadstock could play Mei, I think that that would be a good choice there. And then have a Doomfist Mercy, and then you have Pandy's Barrier to barrier yellow when he goes in and tries to get picks into the back line. I think that would be your best bet here for group composition against what they're running, because like since they are doing double shield and they're protecting the payload, that would be the best way to get rid of it, would be to divide and conquer with the Mei wall, and then you have that aggression there with the Doomfist. They don't really have hard counters to Doomfist here. Other than, like, Orisa's kind of a soft counter to him. Most Orisa players can't really deal with Doomfist that well at this level, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. Like, so you can get a lot of value out of Doomfist against their composition. That was a good fight win, though. Since you have Barrage, what I would do is position here, pretty much where you guys are. You can get a lot of poke damage with your sightlines here, and then sightlines up here. If you're talking about dead stock, you can move up to the high ground here, and then poke down, or you can play like right in this area because they don't have any boops or knockbacks, so you can play right here and then get that sightline here. But in terms of where Yellow's positioning should be for the barrage, I would say right around here, because if you wait for them to come in while you're just spamming your rockets and you're just doing your spam, whatever, you can come back over here with your Mercy, and then you can barrage from this point here. So you have double cover in this angle, and then just wait for them to come over. And you also have the nano, so you can do a nano barrage here, so that'd be big. Okay, so I see what happened here. So you guys got split up a little bit with the Molten Core, and that is to be expected, especially if you're playing up here with your tanks, and then he dumps it behind you. But when you're backing up, you could actually save this fight by using your nano onto Waffle and then Valking early to save both Pandy and Waffle as they're in the Molten Core. That should give them enough healing where they don't die, and then they can come back to this point and then play right around this angle here. So as soon as you hear that Molten Core come out and you have both support alts, you can hit your Valk, and then you can stay alive and keep your team alive, and then hit that nano onto Waffle, because he could just backtrack over here and still survive through that. Even if one of them dies, like say Pandy dies or say Waffle dies, you can Valk from this angle and stay right there, and then get that res off, because they'd be dead in this area right here. So I'd just say, like, if you're standing here and standing here, then you could just backtrack through here. So when they're coming in, I believe it's what, the Torb that Molten Core's first, right? Yes, right here. Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I know Waffle gets halted in, but with the nano boost and with the Valk on him as well, like, you should be able to keep him alive. If you can just tell Pandy to backtrack here. If he dies, you can just come to this angle and then res Pandy, and then you have both your barriers back up, and then just retreat to the corner here. Like, that could save the fight, because, like, since you use the Valk anyway, like, you can preemptively Valk as soon as they start hitting ultimates. That way you get the maximum amount of value, because you're in a relatively safe spot here. Like, there's not a whole lot that team can do to threaten you through the window. Like, they can't just, like, take high ground, and then they can't just come through here and then wreck you, because they're all on the low ground. So you're in a pretty strong position in this area, just floating here with Mercy. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, because they have so many ultimates there, and then you did lose 3 people, like, right in a row there. Like, since you guys are playing tournaments here, essentially, just wipe it. Like, walk into the enemy team if it's a 6v3 versus you guys, and then just try and wipe it as fast as possible. Like, keep shooting keep building up your ultimates if you need to, and then just get a regroup as quick as you can, so you can take the fight here and contest right before they get this second checkpoint. Now, yo, obviously you know these Mach League guys way better than I do, so you know what hit scans to look out for and what not to look out for. Seeing this composition myself, I wouldn't run Pharah Mercy into this, but if you're confident that you can kill this Ashe player and that Zen pretty much every fight, then by all means continue with the Pharah Mercy, because it is a really solid amount of damage. I do like that switch to Ashe though for Deadstock, so that's awesome. Yes, fortunately you did have the nano boost for Waffle, so that was a perfect pin. So nice job, guys, on that one. And then the issue that we have with Bob here is that you panic and you hit your sleep dart just too soon there. So instead of just like, you have your nade, so like just nade yourself and then wait for Bob to stop whatever trajectory he's going to stop at, and then you can nade yourself and then sleep him. Or you can sleep him and then nade yourself and then go in. Like, just don't be too early on the sleep dart for Bob, because sometimes they can bury him. Obviously, they can't bury him with anybody here, so they can't stop your sleep. So just wait for him to stop and then sleep him. Just take your time on that, you know, take that full second. You don't need to rush it. He basically wasted his turret there. Nice dynamite over the shield. And everybody LOS that window. You can go around and I would say, yeah, if you're flanking around, like wait until, wait out that window and then come in, like collapse right here, and then have everybody go in, like right on top of there. Like you almost have grav, so like as soon as grav's ready, like Pandy can make the call, and then just send that grav out, and then you can barrage on top of them right there, because that's a perfect angle on Pharah, so that's what I would be planning here. I know they do have the Transcendence, but with a damage boosted barrage, like you can break through that with Waffle swinging too, so yeah. Lamp comes out, but it is not enough to save either of you. Justice. Yeah, if you're losing like both your tanks there, like just might as well hang on to the barrage and then come out of spawn like as the regroup happens. You should have just enough time here to grab them onto the payload and then hit the barrage as a last ditch attempt there, but I would have rather you guys like just coordinated that, and then because like Yo was in the perfect position just to slide down that rooftop and barrage them as soon as Pandy got his grab there. You almost got the perfect angle on Bob, so that was good. They were sending him right directly to the payload to contest, and then Yellow comes out on Doomfist to stall. So you can come out on Ball, because you do get the grab out, but like now there's not enough follow-up to actually do anything, because Yellow did actually switch off to Doomfist, but Waffle can stall with Ball too, and then you're close to another Valk. Okay. Oh, then we will fast forward here.
Ready for battle. For your own safety, get behind the barrier. Attackers Incoming in 30 seconds.
I'll get back in position here with the camera, and then we will fast forward and fast forward. So everyone's taking a little break here.
Ready.
Alright, there we go. Okay, cool. So, good choice here, I think, against this team, because you guys come out with a little bit of a pirate ship action here. You've got the Orisa and the second shield with Reinhardt with the Bastion. That's cool. So that's your group composition. So what I would do here is it would be, yep, Baptiste, Bastion, Pandy with Waffle together, and then you have your Pharah Mercy combo that can go over the rooftop and then challenge them. So 2 groups, 1 group of 4 and 1 group of 2. There you go. Oh, so Hax is playing the Echo without a Mercy. So yeah, that'd be my first target there for you, Yellow, is to go after the Echo alone. And then once you kill her, because there is no res, you go after the Ashe and the Brig. Bastion does more than enough damage to deal with a Baptiste or any of the tanks. There you go, you're on the Echo. Awesome. Nice shot. Oh, so close. Nice. Nice finish. Okay. And then all on these 2, the Orisa and the Baptiste. Cut off that retreat there. Awesome. Good stagger. Oh, Reaper's up top. There's just so much healing with the lamp that they can't kill the Bastion, so that's awesome. And then just bully those 2. Nice pin and finish on 2, or nice charge. You get next to the Echo. And then you finish off the Baptiste. Awesome. I just roll right through this all the way through second. You got a lot of ultimates coming up here. Supercharger, Barrage with Window. Yeah, nice. Try and hold them off the high ground. Okay, he was just getting too aggressive. Don't overextend like that alone. Moonshoes was throwing.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
That was some great shooting there from you, Deadstock. Hitting a 3K. Yes. Good use of that Bastion ult there.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Nice shot. You have been getting a lot of shots on that like a wall. Nice awareness on that Reaper flank, shutting that down.
Boosting up.
I'm gonna back this up a little bit here. Yep. So, do you have Valk before? Oh, heal Pandy.
Boosting up.
A little late on the Valk though. You could have had that a bit faster if you were beaming Pandy there,
Finishing them off.
and then hitting the Q.
Lifting off.
There's a lot of value from the Baptiste healing with the Resurgence though. That hit everybody. Nice, checking the corners, good. Oh, Briggs won!
Cease your resistance.
They actually found a strong position up there, on that high ground through the window.
Adaptive
It can be
circuits
difficult
engaged.
to reestablish the bastion on the payload, of course, once he gets stopped. But with your double shield and the fact that yellow is going on flanks with Pharah Mercy and getting value, that, like, I think you should have just stuck with it, because they do have double shield as well, so, like, the bastion does provide enough damage to get through the tanks. Nice shatter. Nice, reestablish on that payload, sweet. And you do have barrage, so let's say, yep, camp right there, and then just hit it.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Helden sterben nicht.
Cease your resistance.
Good Valk.
Justice reigns from above.
Justice has embraced me. Hold on.
Got value on the Deadeye. Ball is one, just ignore him. And then kill that Kree. Nice. Push through. Oh, on break. Hemu was just able to stall. Good lamp on that one. Nice. Might as well clear the mines with the lamp, since you're standing in it. And don't use any more ults here. You got enough for a nice push.
60 seconds remaining.
Yes, I like the Roadhog here. And the Doomfist, why not?
Seconds remaining.
Nice kill, nice kill.
Helden sterben nicht. Nerf this.
Okay, I think that was like your mistake there, because you got a great kill on the Doomfist as Doomfist, but when you were chasing the ball, like, go in and get value against their team. Like, the ball's just gonna roll away from you and be obnoxious, so like, don't shoot him until he's like actually contesting the payload or harassing your supports. But like, when he was rolling away like that, like, don't chase the ball.
Game on.
Did he shield bash you during that bomb?
30 seconds remaining.
No.
Helden sterben nicht. Nerf this.
Okay. You did get shield bash during the bomb.
10 seconds remaining.
Unfortunate.
seconds remaining.
That was a good early pick.
Helden sterben nicht. Nerf this.
You know, that was actually a pretty good hook on the bomb because it would have gone further, but okay, so it just touched the side here where Deadstock and Reddit were okay, alright. That's what happened. So unfortunate. I think altogether you guys played it pretty well. It was mainly some target priority issues and then not taking advantage of comboing your ultimates quick enough to stop a lost team fight or to contest like second. I think that was the biggest issue here was getting around second, letting them roll through too quickly. But in terms of finishing this map, it is the most challenging map to finish around this section because the spawn advantage from the defending team is so great in terms of time frame. So it's a long walk from your friendly spawn up here over to here. So that's just one of those things you have to deal with. You did get that first pick and identify flankers, so that was good. And you took them out of the picture a lot. So, but in terms of some things I talked about earlier, I'd say focus on those things the most because you're going to get the most value out of that. You did get some splitting up here towards the end when you're coming up on third, so I would address that in terms of target priority. Ignore the Hammond if he's not doing anything, and go for more meaningful targets like the Brig when she was rallied or the Baptiste. So I enjoy doing these, and I'm looking forward to reviewing Lijiang Tower for you guys too. So until then, take care.